Now, Qualidata came out of the archival experience of the National Life Story Collection, and I realised that by that point that we were beginning to do reasonably well with oral history, but then there were lots of other rather similar interviews done by sociologists and anthropologists which weren't being archived at all. And I eventually wrote a paper, I think maybe Asa Briggs jointly signed it or wrote it. I can't remember whether he wrote a little note at the beginning, but anyway, it had the stamp of his authority in some way. And it showed how, I think, yes, that's right, we were given a little bit of money by the Research Council to survey what was happening, and we found that only about 20% of the material was being archived at all, and most of that was in insecure archives and so on. And then we were able to produce some figures saying, it would cost over £1 million to reproduce this kind of material, and it's a scandalous waste of national resources just to let it disappear like that and so on. And so I think they, and there were sort of hints made that we might raise this as a parliamentary question, very subtly. And I think that somebody either got interested or took right, I don't know which at the Research Council, because I suddenly got a phone from them saying, you may find this surprising, but we want you to apply with this idea for this particular initiative we're making, which I can't remember what it was about, but it didn't appear to be anything to do with what we wanted to do, but they really sort of led us into doing it, and so it then got set up. And I was actually somewhat upset in a sense because it dragged me back to administrative work. I hadn't really wanted to run this show, and I don't think I ran it all that well, because I've no experience of archiving. But fortunately, I got Louise Corty. We appointed her, who's Brenda's daughter actually. That wasn't why she was appointed, but she's very dynamic, very systematic, and she really goes for it. And she made it work. I mean, she took it as her own. She really made it work, and it's brought a big change in the whole system, so that now people applying for research money here have to discuss whether they're going to archive the material or not. And they're expected to, in many cases, to do it afterwards. And there's a really big collection developing at the Data Archive. And as far as I know, we've taken the lead in this country in that way. I think it's probably the most advanced system anywhere in that way. So anyway, I worked for that for about another 5 years, and as part of that I started interviewing leading researchers that we were archiving. There's many sort of famous people, including Peter Townsend I mentioned. Well, that's one of the longest interview I've ever done, about 20 hours. And the oldest person I've ever interviewed, Raymond Firth, who was 99 when I interviewed him. He's very clear-minded, fantastic.